What's up? It's Dare. Welcome to another PSL stream. I am here once again. I did not unmute you yet, Max, but now I have. I'm back with my dear friend, Solemn Mushroom.
You're not rid of me yet, chat.
Nope. Stuck with you.
You're stuck in here with me because this silly can't remember weapons.
You're so right, I can't. But yes, today's match is between Grim Kraken and Day-Old Sushi. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the actual match, though, let's go into let's get into the teams. For on the side of Alpha, we have Grim Kraken with Captain Omega and members Navy Typos, Ali Games, and Riot JB. And then for the for on the side of Bravo, we have Day-Old Sushi with Captain Kevin FTW17, Kiki O, Zion, Moto, and Thanatos. And now, if
these two teams are both contenders to take this whole tournament. This is a top team match on these maps.
It is a top team match, but also, if I can get everything properly situated, if you were not here for the last stream for week 7 matches, this week's maps are Wahoo Turf Zones. I'm trying to
Wahoo Turf Zones.
Yeah, Wahoo
My
Turf
favorite,
Zones.
favorite mode, Turf Zones.
Turf Zones. We have Flounder Zones, Ship-Shaped Tower, Humpback Pump Track Rainmaker, and Brine Water Clams. Zones is just turf in miniature. You're so right. So, now that we've got that out of the way, I should probably, because I still need to get into the room, and I don't want people to see me actually getting into the room. So, my dear friend Max, I mean, Mr. Mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
We were here yesterday for the match between Slant and Spectacular Dolphins.
That we were, and boy, what a match that was.
Boy, what a match it was, and if the match keeps going like yesterday's matches, I feel like today is going to be very exciting, especially considering that both teams are in the top end of the league. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Mushroom?
Yeah, these teams are, as I said during the maps, certainly contenders for taking this whole tournament. We could be seeing echoes of what playoffs will be.
Oh, 100%. And with playoffs almost right around the corner, like... is the room open now? No, it is not.
No, it isn't, and I'm wondering why.
That's probably a problem. That should be...
Yeah.
That should probably be addressed.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. There we go.
Also, important note for the stats team, EBDB is typos.
EBDB is typos? Thank you.
Yes.
I say as being part of the stats team. However, I believe Michelle is also here.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into the actual match, though, just a little fun facts from yours truly. In terms of stat leaders for both teams, we have Day Old Sushi's captain, Kevin FTW17, as ranked 4th in terms of highest Splat to game ratio. For Grim Kraken, we have Captain Omega of the Grim Krakens at number 5 for most assists. For Day Old Sushi, member O is ranked 2nd in terms of highest assist to game ratio. Thanatos of Day Old Sushi is ranked number 1 in terms of least deaths to games ratio, which is very cool.
Yeah, there was some discussion in chat as to whether this match would be as bloody as the last, and it seems like the answer might be no.
Now,
we'll see how things play out.
Now, why would you say no, my dear friend?
Well, because if they lead, if they lead in least deaths, then odds are they're not going to be dying as much.
Well, it depends on how much everyone else is dying on the battlefield. Or
I suppose that's true.
But maybe it may be a one-sided bloody.
Mm-hmm. I did have to inform the captain who the spectators were.
Oh, what, really? Whoops.
I mean, it's understandable. They're new to the league. Both of these teams actually are new to the Proton Splat League this season.
Oh, that
Although
is
we're
very
7
true.
weeks in. We're 7 weeks in. Can we really say they're new?
I don't. Well, technically, they are the two of the teams with the least PSL experience. Outside of the PSL, like that would be considered a different story. But in terms of within the PSL, they are very new to the scene. Being not as veteran, does not have that much of a veteran status like some of the other teams. But anyway, we are getting into Turf War. And could you please, since you are here...
It would be my honor.
Let's
Interesting, but not entirely unexpected choices from both teams. On the side of Grim Kraken, we have a Hydra Splatling, we have a Reflux, we have an NZAP 85 for that cooler, and we have an Order Slosher. Meanwhile, on the side of Day Old Sushi, we have a Bamboozler, we have a Reflux, we have a Snipe Rider for the cooler, and we have a Sloshing Machine. Meanwhile, the Buckets are fighting a carousel. Oh, but that whale decides it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Early base paint seems to be going to Day Old Sushi, but Grim Kraken has a solid foothold in mid.
That is true. Missiles coming out on the side of Grim Kraken. As it looks like there is currently a I know you said who EBDB is. That's Typo, right?
Yes.
Typos is currently taking a good amount of time to ink the base for Day-Old Sushi. No, that is Grim Kraken. My
are the Reflux. They are the Reflux. Their goal is to stay back, paint base, and fire missiles.
So true.
But we do see a Reflux out on the front lines getting a kill before getting punished. Bamboozler unable to keep up with NZAP 85's firepower as the old Sushi goes into danger.
Mm-hmm. And with 1 minute left, checking on the side, it looks like there is a very clear advantage to Grim Kraken.
Let's not count Day-Old Sushi out yet, though.
Mm-hmm.
A handful of picks in the last 30 seconds can decide this game, and it may be decided by missiles.
That is true. It does look like that Day-Old Sushi is trying to get their way back into mid as almost got caught while trying to get out that Booyah Bomb.
The Hydra Splatling does go down in the last 12 seconds. Let's see if that's enough time for Day-Old Sushi to make the comeback.
I don't know. It looks like they are still in danger at 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, they were unfortunately still in danger at the end. That game goes to Grim Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grim Kraken was advancing into Day-Old Sushi's territory at the end.
Yep. Way to go, Grim Kraken. Starting off the match with 2 points on the board. In which I did remember to put in. Which, up next, we do have zones. Flounder zones! I don't know why I keep forgetting that it's Flounder zones. I did that yesterday, too.
I mean, outside of being bad, it's not terribly memorable.
That is true.
In fairness. Looks like Grim Kraken is moving incredibly fast, as they want to do. Not really giving Day-Old Sushi enough time to call for a substitution.
Yeah. But it looks like what they're who's currently in is who they're sticking with.
Let's see if Day-Old Sushi is... Let's see if Day-Old Sushi is put in a position where they are forced to pivot from their original plan. Honestly, if we got this map list with Week 8, with the Week 8 zones map for Week 8, I'd be happy.
Yeah. However, unfortunately, if...
Unfortunately, I'm back on the bridge again.
Yeah, we did have a discussion about the Week 8 maps and going into it. However, I believe the teams are almost ready up. There we go. Here we are now for zones. Let's get this party started with the weapons.
You got it. Some interesting choices from both teams. On the side of Grim Kraken, we have an Order Splatling We have an H3 Nozzle Nose, we have a Vanilla Splatter Shot, and we have that Order Slosher. On the side of Dale Sushi, we have a Splash, we have a Wipeout on Grim
Right
Kraken.
away, without
We have
even...
a Tri Nouveau, we have an E-Leader, and we have a Sloshing Machine Neo.
That was so quick. We didn't even get through the all the weapons. But that is huge on
Dale
the side
Sushi
of Dale
was
Sushi.
ready to respond to Grim Kraken's overwhelming force. Also, yes, technically it's not a vanilla splatter shot, it is an order splatter shot. Because today I have chosen to separate them, even though functionally they are identical.
Mm-hmm.
3 down on the side of Dale Sushi as Grim Kraken takes the rank.
Yep, and that is the lead swap right there, responding very quickly to Dale Sushi's quick wipeout at the beginning, with their own hold on zones. Ooh.
Nouveau was looking for a pick on that order shot, but unable to get the frames for it. 3 down again on the side of Dale Sushi.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Grim Kraken is being aggressive and aggressive as ever. It looks like, yeah,
Looks
with
like-
20 points left, it looks like that Dale Sushi is having a hard time trying to get that space to get back the zone from Grim Kraken.
Unfortunately, that E-Leader scope is not really able to hold... it's down
oh!
to 1 point! Dale Sushi fighting back against Grim Kraken, trying to give them a penalty.
And with that, at 1 point left, it would be a huge penalty. Oh, there we go!
That is a 75-point penalty. Unfortunately, this map is kind of easy to defend on, so... Dale Sushi is clinging to life, but Grim Kraken may not be feeling the squeeze.
Mm-hmm. But they do have the control back of the zone and moving through that penalty very quickly. Crab comes out.
We see a play from the Splash sneaking behind into Grim Kraken's zone to take them off guard.
Ooh, and a one fight.
Dale Sushi taking control back, increasing the penalty on Grim Kraken. Meanwhile, they burned through their own.
Ooh, but it...
Those strikes, though, might just paint out. Oh, they don't, but... That's Splatling will.
It's going to be really hard to get through that penalty, but Grim Kraken is moving very quickly to get it down.
Ooh, that was an unfortunate combo of a bomb and Trizuka. That E-Leader didn't stand a chance.
It does look
Crab
like...
comes out once again from Dale Sushi.
Ooh!
It's the order shot.
They're almost through their penalty. I think this will be it. There we go.
Dale Sushi spent too long fighting and not enough time taking that zone back.
That is 3 more points to Grim Kraken. And I just need to remember how to do math.
That
That's
was a
5.
brilliantly desperate play from Dale Sushi at the end. Getting the penalty on 1 is not something you see every day.
Oh, yeah,
Unfortunately,
exactly.
Grim Kraken was able to respond by sentencing them to death. Next up, it is time for tower control on the best map in the game.
And with no substitutions, they are going to go right into it. So, here's a question for you, Mr. Mushroom. Why would you consider Ship Shape to be the best map in the game? At least for properly tower control? I don't know what your personal ranking of all of the maps are.
A good Splatoon map is a map where you can paint the walls. Ship Shape has a lot of paintable walls.
That is very true. It does have a lot of paintable walls.
It is basically better Arowana Mall. And as someone who really didn't like Arowana Mall, I dig the concept when you can actually move on it.
But was that in Splatoon 2?
Yes, Arowana Mall is a map from Splatoon 1 that did get brought back in Splatoon 2.
How do I not remember Arowana Mall? Because I did
Because
play
we never played on it because it was bad.
Fair. But getting right into the nitty-gritty, we do have tower control. Let's see how everything goes. But first, Weapon Cup.
Interesting decisions from both teams. On the side of Grim Kraken, we have a Z plus F Splat Charger, we have that H3, we have that Order Shot, and we have an S-Blast 91. Meanwhile, on the side of Dale Sushi, we have that Boozler, we have that Splash, we have that Pencil, and we have that Neo Machine.
Very interesting to have two chargers on the side of Dale Sushi.
And Boozler barely counts as a charger, in fairness.
Fair point.
Looks like Dale Sushi is almost taking that first checkpoint, but that Trizuka is keeping them away. S-Blast has arguably one of the best kits in the game. It's too bad the weapon sucks.
Cooler down with Grim Cracker having Grim Cracker.
Excuse you? Yeah, that's getting clipped. Sorry, Sarah.
God, no! Grim Kraken having their turn on the tower.
Takes lead after breaking checkpoint.
Now I'm just thinking graham crackers. Tacticooler down as well as the Trizuka.
Three down on the side of Grim Kraken. That S-Blast is fighting alone. And they've got the Booyah Bomb to secure some jumps in, but otherwise, they're in a very vulnerable position. And as I say it, they die to a Trizuka.
Ooh. Grim Kraken taking back the tower. Back to checkpoint 2.
A break checkpoint. Dale Sushi's got to make a play here and now.
Ooh, but are they able to? Taking the tower.
They find 3 picks. They just have to dislodge that H3.
Ooh, there they go.
Grim Kraken got the lead down to 4. It's going to be an uphill battle for Dale Sushi to make it through. But let's see if they can pull it off.
Currently, though, it does look like they are in a good position in terms of fighting back.
Looks like the S-Blast managed to sneak around, but unfortunately they were fighting on grates, and S-Blast does not fight on grates.
On the battlefield, though, it does look like...
They almost break checkpoint, but Grim Kraken says no!
Ooh, absolutely denied. Oh!
And finds an immediate pick with Trizuka, the fairest special of them all.
Currently making their way down into Dale Sushi's base.
The crab comes out, but it gets striked upon.
Ooh!
Unfortunately, that splash was still marked, so the order shot knew exactly where they were.
I will say this has been a very intense battle as Grim Kraken continuously almost makes it to the finish line while Dale Sushi is fighting hard to push them back. But there it is. Oh, there it is.
That is game. Dale Sushi unfortunately did not have the paint to take back mid.
But I believe that set does now, in fact, go to Grim Kraken. However, we still have 2 modes left.
There's still plenty of time for Dale Sushi to earn points.
Side note,
Let's see if Grim Kraken lets them. Let's see if Grim Kraken lets them have a substitution. Nope.
Nope. Going quick. Side note, looking in chat, I see Halaloth say, "Is Stair hungry? They are serving up sushi." Oh, good lord. Well, technically I am hungry, but like, alas, no sushi for me. And even if I did, I think this sushi is a day old. I don't think that would be necessarily safe to eat. Side note, as a personal thing, for those of you who are pretty frequent here to my commentary of PSL matches, I've currently seen that no one has used the NZAP 85, in parentheses, NZAP beloved. Go get some food. I did technically have food.
Yeah, that's a lie, Stair. We saw an 85 in zones.
I'm blind. I can't see. But thank you for reminding me that there was an 85 in zones. NZAP beloved. If you are also with me on this, also say NZAP beloved. But now, here we go into Rainmaker. Would you like to please go over the weapons?
Ooh. Interesting choice from Dale Sushi. Let's start with them. We've got the Bamboozler, we have a Tri Nouveau, we have a Bloblopper Deco, and we have an Order Slosher. 3 Sloshers on the team. No shooters. Meanwhile, on the side of Grim Kraken, we have that Order Splatling. We have a Carbon Deco. We have an Order Shot, and we have a Neo Machine. That is 3 Trizukas.
Oh, and that is a wipeout.
So it's not a problem.
There it is, checkpoint 1. There we go. I keep forgetting
Sushi
that.
Managed to break check.
I keep forgetting that Humpback Pump Track only has 2 checkpoints. The one and then like the last one.
Up to the right. That is an 11 lead from Dale Sushi. That's going to be hard to come back from if I'm Grim Kraken. I might be sweating a bit.
That is true. However, looking well,
unless I hit Trizuka shots, in which case I'm not sweating at all.
Considering the plays from Grim Kraken, like, I wouldn't be worried at all. They have been aggressive till the very end. Having the Rainmaker back, making their way quickly.
No, they're making a push. Unfortunately, they get stopped at 22 by the Tri Nouveau. But 3 of them are still alive. This is going to... Oh, not quite a lead swap. It's 11 to 12.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Grim Kraken is still there. They
Oh!
take lead. It's now 11-2. Dale Sushi now has to KO. Almost. They can get it to 1, but like at that point they may as well KO.
They might as well. But it might be very similar to the previous modes before. Regardless, it's still going to be very interesting to watch both teams, as both are so close to knocking out the other.
Ooh, invincibility from the super jump.
Oh, and
That's 2 down on the side of Dale Sushi,
but also two
but
down
also
on
2
the
down on the side of Grim Kraken.
Both teams are fighting and fighting hard. I feel like this is very reminiscent of yesterday's match, in which it is a massacre. Rainmaker is now reset.
I will point out something interesting about the comp. Grim Kraken chose not to bring Tacticooler.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, Dale Sushi does have one.
I guess Great Cap. That is a wipeout on Dale Sushi. Grim Kraken is. Yeah,
no,
Grim Kraken is so confident in their ability to stay alive. As an assault from both sides. Both teams are...
Rainmaker is forced to hide behind checkpoint, picking off the members of Dale Sushi as they come to fight.
And 1 minute left. It
but
is currently...
that Kraken might be showing Grim Kraken up.
Ooh! Caught in between the Kraken and the killer whale. It's now Dale Sushi's turn with the Rainmaker with 30 seconds left. They just have to get it to the end at this point.
With enough kicks, it might be doable. Never mind. That Machine Neo is there to kill the Rainmaker.
And it is 10 seconds left. It's gonna be so hard.
Grim Kraken is setting up to just take that Rainmaker once timer hits 0.
There's the overtime points.
With 3 horns, that is an overtime point for sure. But who's it going to? It's going to Dale Sushi. That was incredibly hard fought from both teams. Well played.
That was a spectacular match. And I once more have to do math. So bear with me. We still have one more game left, which is Brine Water Clams. And
this one, as we have seen throughout the week, is really rough to KO on.
Mm-hmm.
We are likely to see a 5-minute slugfest in clams.
Maybe even more, considering there was the match in, I believe, week 6, where there was the 7-minute clams match between Courageous Boomers and Tentacle Difficulties.
Ugh.
But
I cannot imagine playing Clam Blitz for 7 minutes.
I can't imagine playing Clam Blitz, period. I am not a clams player. I do not play clams. look at my little face and you will see that I am just a silly little guy who doesn't, with my silly little NZAP. Clams is hard. Clams is fun in a team setting. Do not solo clams. Thank you, Hala. Thank you for your advice. Any clams advice from you, Mr. Mushroom?
Football.
That is very sound advice. But with that, let's get right into it with the Ootball. But first,
no surprise to see E-leaders from both teams. What is surprising is to see Omega's complete lack of morals as they run Respawn Punisher on E-leader. We have a custom E-leader 4K, we have a Sorella Tentabrella, we have an Order Shot, and we have a Range Blaster. Meanwhile, on the side of Day Old Sushi, we have an NZAP 85, we have a Vanilla Splatter Shot, we have an E-leader, not running Respawn Punisher, and we have a Machine Neo. Meanwhile, while I've been talking, Kraken has been scoring 2 footballs.
Yeah, no, that is insane. But also, in parentheses, NZAP, beloved, lovely to see you again.
Once again, no cooler on the side of Grim Kraken, but they don't seem to need it.
Yeah, they are very confident in their ability to stay alive.
Unfortunately, they just got wiped out, so let's see if that bites them. As Day Old Sushi does in fact manage to get a clam in.
Football!
And a handful more.
Not enough clams to go in for a lead swap. However, taking it down from
The push
100.
continues a little bit. Current scores are 45 to 68 with the advantage with Grim Kraken.
Getting the score down is at least a good start.
The Tentabrella is being allowed to play the game that might cost Day Old Sushi.
Yep, with 3 clams on the board, taking another score.
Unfortunately, Omega forced to pop Kraken in order to live as the E-leader was trained on their jump. We see some excellent shield work from the Tentabrella as the blaster hits their shots. Grim Kraken just waiting for that basket to drop before they score again.
Once again, now with 3 clams once more. Scoring. Will they able... There it
It's not
goes!
quite enough for the KO. We need one more clam, and there it is.
There it is!
That was not an 8-minute slugfest. My apologies, chat.
Well, I mean, at the very least, like... Oh, I forgot to put the overtime point. My apologies to Day Old Sushi. But... That's
that was
it!
A 14-1 set. Well played to both teams.
Great match on both sides. But the winners of this match is Grim Kraken. Or as I accidentally said, Graham Cracker. Beautiful match. Absolutely fantastic. But with that was a quick match.
Yep, a 14-1 set.
Now, considering that we good game to both teams, before I sign off, Mr. Mushroom, would you like to plug anything before we head out?
I have 2 streams planned for tomorrow over on my Twitch. One of them is a side order stream. We've been goofing around, having some fun with some runs. I've got 3 more funny runs cooking that we're gonna get through. Hopefully, get through them successfully tomorrow. And then after that, I am commentating a match myself. I am commentating Courageous Boomers Revengeance versus Takaroka Titans.
Absolutely beautiful. This has been Solemn Mushroom. I have been Stare. Thank you for watching, and good night!
Stay classy.